All right, welcome back from a beautiful Christmas break, everyone. And today we're going to be talking about the playing card meanings. All right, so in a nutshell, we've got four suits in the cards, right? We've got the hearts, which is about your feelings and things we love and emotions. And we've got clubs, which are about our thought patterns. And often our thoughts get in the way. We are our own worst enemy. So often, there's a lot of lessons to be learned when you get club cards, because it has a lot to do with what's happening up here in the brain. And then we also have the spades, which for me, it's quite an action suit, meaning the day to day life, the health, the work. Um, the actions we take in life. And then, of course, we've got our favorite, well, my favorite, the diamonds, because diamonds are a girl's best friend. And diamonds are all about the money, the resource, the abundance, and often financial matters. Okay, so then we've got the numbers one, two, well, the ace, one up till 10. And then after that, we've got the jack, queens, and kings. So the numbers, basically ones, as we all know, just like in numerology, ones start the show. If you get an ace of anything, it's something new, something beginning, and some kind of gift from the cosmos. Maybe it's always a good card to get an ace, by the way, because it's something like a gift almost. It's a beginning in some sort. And then we got the two, which is two people, two things, partnership, that kind of vibe. And then we've got the three, which is quite a bit about creativity, because three in like three is often like a creative number, but three in the cards, in the playing cards, quite often means a decision, because you're in the middle here and then you got the other two off. So it's almost like you're trying to juggle a decision quite often with the three, or indecision. It's hard to decide, but often it means like a creative thing too. And then we've got the four, which is, that stable number. You got four corners holding up your house foundation. You got four legs holding up your table. There's a four, and that number, um, of stability, basically, with the four. Then we got the five, which is the middle of the movie, right? We all know the fives, which is like, ooh, all this changes happen in the movie in the middle. That's where all the chaos and the wow, the middle of the movie, and that. So there's lots of change that happens when you get a five. That would be the main word for five, is change. Then we get, after those changes of the five, we get into the six, which offers a little more balance, right? The six, if you ever pull a six, I can't find a six. There's a six of diamonds. We've got learning to find peace and harmony after that five of chaos. So six is often trying to show us the way of finding some kind of balance or peace in a way there. Sevens are different. Seven has a lot to do with your brain and what's going on in there too, in general, because you've had the chaos of the five, then you got into the six, which offered some peace in that, but then you get into the seven, which is like, oh, now I'm starting to overthink things. I've had my peace with the six, and now I'm starting to overthink it with the seven. And so it can be a challenging card in some cases. And it has a lot to do with our thoughts. So optimistic thoughts, positive thoughts, finding solutions, focusing on that rather than problems and, oh, woe is me, and oh my gosh. But how can we find out, using the seven, which can be very spiritual, to receive message from the universe, from the cosmos, from your inner self, trying to pull some of that six piece into it if you get a seven, so that you're able to be open to receiving the, because seven can be a little bit problematic in the way of challenges, and it's often our spiritual thoughts, or thoughts in general. Okay, with the seven, um sevens can also be about learning to like practice faith in yourself, or faith in the good outcome, right? Positive outcome. So seven's a big one when you get a seven, because it has a lot of, let's look at their challenges sort of thing. The eight. This is a power number. Um, Trying to get back power or get out of a situation. When we look at the eight, what does it look like? It's like this feedback loop. Um, I'm trying to find an eight here. It's kind of like a feedback loop, right? Like that eight. If it's on its side, it's that infinity loop. Eight's like you're trying to find power. Often it's financial power, sure, but it's just any kind of power in your life, too. And it kind of depends what suit you get. Like, if you've got the, what did I pull? Eight of spades here, that eight of action, more willpower over your health and at work. So gaining more willpower, the word power is quite with the eight, self power. So it can be a good number. If you get an eight of diamonds, that's great because that's financial power, maybe some extra money to spend. But, it's a power card and finding your power, especially to get out of patterns, that eight pattern feedback loop, to get out of any patterns that are holding you back. Then we get the nine, which is a spiritual number too, but it's an ending of sorts. It's the end of the movie where all the credits are starting to roll. So it can be an ending to a relationship if you got the nine of hearts, for example, the nine of emotions, the nine of love, right? So it could be an ending to a relationship or of something that you were working on. Even maybe you were working on a really cool project that you loved, but now it's coming to an end because you're done. It doesn't have to be a bad ending. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can look at that nine as that it's a completion of something. Let's just say that nine, completion. Now, these things I'm telling you for the cards works exactly like if you see numbers on your stove or on a license plate or whatever. When we see numbers in the day to day and we're like, wow, I keep seeing a two today or whatever, right? So keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the tens, which are often a good success number because one plus zero equals one, the beginning. And I told you ones, aces are always good. Well, so are
Mm-hmm.
tens. Except for we have to watch because 10 is a big number. There's lots of things. It could be burdensome, lots of things you're carrying too. So we got to watch that we don't get burnout or overdoing it. But often it means lots of that thing. So let's say we got a 10 of diamonds, lots of diamonds, right? Financial success coming into a large sum of money, 10 of diamonds, right? You see what I'm saying? There's lots of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good in the cards of destiny. As it's just, except if you get a 10 of spades, which I told you was the action suit, it can mean it's still good success if you work for it, but watch for overburden, over too much of a good thing, or taking on too much with the tens. Okay. Then we get the jack, which is Jack's a very creative card to get. For one thing, it's a very salesman-y card, like a jack, like think of a salesman guy. The jack, there's a creativity there, like I said, and it's it's a success card too. So jacks are good to get. It's a positive. Um, it could mean a person to a literal younger person, maybe. Um, or like maybe your kid, your child. It could have to do with like a jack, right? Then we got the queens and kings, and the queens and kings are the highest. The energy is very full up there, like a full moon. If you get a jack or queen, um, if it's a lot about a maturity in whatever card. So it's it's got more of a personality if you get a king or queen card. It's talking about quite often like an answer to a solution to how to get better or to improve. So like let's say you pulled a queen of hearts, that can mean stuff about womanly, feminine, motherly stuff like childbirth or marriage or nurturing others or something like that, right? And then like the king of clubs, let's say you got, which king of clubs is one of my ruling cards in the cards of destiny. That's for another day. We'll go deep. Cards of destiny is a system that uses these playing cards, right? And it's all mapped out for you. Every year you have a specific spread based on your birthday. It's already mapped out. It's a system. But anyways, let's see, because I'm a king of clubs as my one of my ruling cards. Okay. So that means I have lots of communications because the clubs is thoughts, but it's like Mercury. It's not just thinking, it's talking, it's communications and thoughts. It's Wi-Fi. It's up here, clubs, right? Think clubs like Wi-Fi and information like that, right? So I'm the knowledge master, right? With being a king of clubs person, and that's what I love to do is learn all the. When I was young, for example, my mom always said, "Trina, you always ask so many questions. You're always so curious." Right? And she would get tired of trying to answer all my right. Usually, as a parent, you're like tired of your kid, you know, always asking questions. So she teased me about that, but you know what I mean. So that's kind of the thing. Now with the kings, queens, jacks, you could also use it as a significator. So Juanita, you're a Pisces woman, you would be a queen of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Because
Yep.
okay, Lucille, you are a Libra, which is an air sign. So that would be like clubs, the thoughts, the air. So you'd be like a queen of clubs you could use for yourself as a significator. You could say, okay, I want to know about myself. Lucille wants to know about her day. I'll pull out the queen of clubs for Lucille to say that. But she's also a Taurus. She might prefer to be a queen of diamonds because diamonds goes with the earth signs. Maybe I should have made a slide for that, but I didn't. But I don't want to go too deep into all that because we could stay here forever. But let's just say, Lucille, would you rather be a queen of clubs or would you rather be a queen of diamonds today? What would you like?
Hmm. Clubs.
Okay,
No, diamonds.
okay. So we're gonna find the queen of diamonds. Everybody pull out a queen of diamonds from your deck. We're gonna all do a reading for Lucille right now.
Okay.
And she's gonna do it for herself too.
Okay.
Before Lucille talks, though, I want Juanita to say, so okay, let's pull out the Queen of Diamonds. Let's stare at it. We're gonna put Lucille's energy inside of it. There's Lucille in her beautiful little outfit. She looks
Mm-hmm.
with her little flower. She's holding her little flower in my queen. And that's, she's a
Mm-hmm.
Taurus rising. So that's why she's choosing Queen of Diamonds. Taurus being an earth sign, being diamonds. And look, Taurus loves beauty and flowers and things like that. And look, her Queen of Diamonds is actually holding that flower. So
Mm-hmm.
so we could charge it. We call it charging. So we're charging Lucille's energy. Let's see what I'm going to put one card next to that queen and I'm going to pull it. So you see how the queen faces a way or faces a certain way? You want to
Mm-hmm.
pull your card so that it's in front of her. So she's looking at this card. She's looking at
Okay.
the next card. These are called directions, and we do this direction stuff a lot in Lenormand readings, facing and stuff. But like with the playing cards, you can do this too. Okay, so we're going to pull a card each for Lucille. We're going to place it in
Mm-hmm.
front of her eyes, so she's looking at it in the cards, and say, "How's Lucille's day? What is she gonna?" Oh, so my card I got for Lucille, she's looking at the two of clubs. So without looking at the meetings, don't cheat
Mm.
yet. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. The two, I
Mm.
saw you, Anita. The two is something about partnerships. We remember the two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the clubs we talked about is in the brain and talking and the thoughts and stuff like that. So she's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to be learning. Maybe she's going to a class today. I could ask her. Maybe she's got a class tonight or she's learning something new from someone in her travels. She may go to the co-op store to get some groceries today, and suddenly she communicates clubs, talks to someone at the store, and it opens up some kind of door to who knows what. But those two people talking and communicating and exchanging ideas. So that's what I could say for Lucille. Now let's look at what I wrote in the playing card meetings. Communications, talking to others can be fearful or argumentative, though. So there's a caveat there. It could be
Oh.
that maybe she's not
I
getting along
have
with
been
us.
very, I have been very feisty lately. It's
Okay.
true. Yeah.
Awesome. Have I been recording this? Oh no, I haven't been recording it.
Yeah, you have.
Oh,
You
I have.
recorded
Okay,
it.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. I have been feisty, she says. Also, I didn't realize that the two of clubs also can mean the fear of being alone. So if you
Mm.
feel like you're
Ah.
lonely today, this was a good for us to come meet today because now Lucille has no fear of being alone because she has us.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yes, I could speak to that. Yes,
Do you have a
you're
class
right.
tonight?
I Wednesday. No, I don't, except
Okay.
what you're talking about is very true. Like I'm looking to move out and I've been having lots of disagreements, and yesterday him and I met and we talked, and this morning just on my walk here I looked at a house to rent.
Oh,
Um
all right.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like bang
Oh.
on.
Well, Juanita,
I
you should
actually
talk about that, Juanita, with your card. Is tell us about this house that she's looking at. Tell us the card you got and how it could talk about the house for rent.
Well, it's interesting because the card that I drew was the Ace of
Yay! We love that
Hearts.
card. That's like so
We
great to
love
know.
that card. So that is new relationships, new beginning. So Hearts, of course, is all about the feelings. So
Yeah.
something new, something
Oh,
new.
that is great.
So I
Something
thought
new
that was
that we
very
love.
interesting. Absolutely.
Okay, well, that looks
So
really
what did
great.
you pull, Lucille?
Well, yes, and it's interesting, Trina, when you said I could go to the co-op and run into someone. Well, I was walking here to where I'm house sitting right now, and the house that I wanted to rent is just like a few doors down, and I was walking here because I couldn't get in through the back alley. And so I ran into the man who is renting the house out, and he showed it to me because I was walking by, and I said, I called before Christmas, and anyway, it was him, and that was really cool. And then I came here for this meeting, so with you guys.
Wow.
Like,
And
oh my
so,
God,
did they
That's
right?
ask
so
you to put
cool.
a deposit or anything?
I think he's like thinking things over. He thinks, and he's looking out for me, like, because it's 1,200 a month, right? And then I was like,
Right.
it's 1,200, and he said, well, ish, and he's looking out that he's concerned it might be too much money, but I think he's thinking about it. So he said he takes a long time to decide. They're still renovating it. So, but
Hmm.
yeah. And Kate, my card, I got this.
Well, the King of Clubs. That was my. Remember, I was telling you that was my ruling card, like when I was born with. But that okay. So, what do you think about that message of the King of Clubs, Lucille? What would that be telling you? Without looking at the paper first, try and feel out the king. What does that feel
Well,
like?
the king has power. The
Yes.
king has knowledge. The
Yes.
king has wisdom.
Hmm.
Um, and so I can draw on those things to um, help with my self confidence. That
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's really good, Lucille. I love that. Now, it also said if you wanted to look at the paper, it says there is success and recognition in your communication. So this meeting you had with him sounds like
yeah,
it could be very successful, or it's going in the right direction at least.
yes,
Hmm.
I just want to say something though. 1,200 for a house is actually a pretty good deal in Peace River, right? How many bedrooms is it?
It's two.
Two bedrooms, one bathroom, or two?
One.
Yeah,
No, it's
twelve
not.
hundred. 1,200 is pretty fair, but maybe you could ask them to like include like utilities or something, or some of the utilities, maybe.
Yeah. His wife had said before Christmas that she would be willing to go down to 1,000.
Wow, you're so lucky. Yeah, no,
You are
that's like you should
amazing.
take that, girl. You should take
Because
that.
like that's my that it's that or like I'll apply for low income housing because like
Oh, there's that too, but that's a
I
long.
need
I've looked into that already and before, and it's a very long waiting list. Just to let you know.
yes, and then also there are subsidies that I will apply for, like a rent subsidy, so I'll apply for both and see what happens. And
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
great because the clubs
Mm.
okay,
is a lot about your thoughts and communications, and writing is a form of communication. So applying to grants and stuff's a very good thing to do.
okay,
Hmm.
okay,
Uh-huh. It's a wisdom, it's a wise move. The king, wise move. So that's
okay,
awesome.
okay.
Okay, let's try it again. Let's do Juanita. She's a Pisces. So everybody pull out your Queen of Hearts, because this is fun.
It
I
is fun.
like this. Woohoo. Mm.
We'll just do a
Queen.
reading for everyone. So Juanita's the Queen of Hearts. She's
Hmm.
also holding a flower, but I suppose maybe all the queens might be holding a flower. In this one, though, the left eye of this woman is a little bit more closed than the right. And in Chinese face reading, the left eye is dad or fatherly issue. Do you have is your father with us, Juanita, or has he passed away?
No, he passed away about 13 years ago. So,
Okay. Is it his birthday
yeah.
coming up soon or something? Is there something about your
Um,
dad that's coming up right now?
Interestingly, it is my stepdad who passed
Oh,
away 2 years ago, and his birthday is coming up here in a week.
what's his
So
birthday? Don't
my
say January 22 because that's my birthday.
January 21.
Okay, what's his name? I want to say hi because he's coming. He must be coming through right now. As like,
Yep, yep, Ori. Ori,
hi,
that is my
Ori.
step yeah, that is my stepdad. So
Awesome.
yes. Yes.
Something
So
farm.
that's
He's just sending me some messages really quick here. I saw the
yeah.
farm and I saw the tractor. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, John Deere came through when
Hmm.
before the Mandela effect. It used to be
Yeah.
like John Deere was spelt a certain way, and then there was
Yeah.
this weird Mandela effect. It's not spelled the same anymore. Anyways, I don't know
No.
why that came through, but okay, cool, cool. Well, happy birthday, Ori, coming up. Mwah. I'm right with you.
Mwah.
Fellow Aquarius, fellow Aquarius. Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. He's amazing. Yeah, he was
okay.
amazing.
Is there any topic or anything you'd like us to think about as we pull the cards, or do you want just general, or what would you like Juanita today for your Queen of Hearts reading?
I think just general. I got a lot going on right now. And I'm
Okay.
doing my first hypnotherapy session with my daughter tonight.
You mean you're
So
doing it on her?
she's doing it on me.
Oh, she's getting into hypnotherapy. That is
She's
fantastic.
certified. Yeah, she is
Oh,
certified. She's completed her courses. And so we're doing her, um, she did a card reading for me Sunday, and Sunday night. So she's in Australia, right? So her Monday morning. And so I will be her second client. And so, yeah, she's been certified for about 2 months now. And, or yeah, a little over a month, 2 months now. Yeah. And
okay.
so we were talking, but I think just general business is kind of going, as what it's still building. So, but so yeah, just general.
Okay. Just general. All right.
Hmm.
Okay, well, we got the 5 that came up for you. This is restless feeling about lots of changes happening and things you love. The 5s are always a change card, quite internally
Yes.
too. You just
Mm-hmm.
feel, and you being a Pisces woman, definitely, and with the Sagittarius rising, very feeling of the collective in general too. And so world events and things like that can affect you. But there's something changing with you and things that you love. I mean, when you're telling me about your daughter, it's like, oh, you and your daughter could make a package together, hypnotherapy, reading,
Mm-hmm.
duo, mother-daughter duo package to other
Mm-hmm.
mother-daughter people, right? Like you could totally
Yes.
just offer that. But yeah, things are changing with the things you love. Sometimes this can be moving to a new home, but I don't think you're having is any kids though thinking of moving in or out, like of your adult children? No.
No, no. I
Have
mean,
you
Not
thought
that you
about
one,
know
making an Airbnb?
not currently. Like right now, there's a lot of change that's going on. We're kind of finishing up some projects and just there's still like some unsettled there's a lot of change in the air. um my hubby is not he's not very comfortable with with my business and the hypnotherapy, and he there is a struggle there with the whole, you know where does God play in this? And so there's a lot of like there's a lot of that, and I'm changing more and more to leaning into this and avoiding kind of the structures of what is normal, what
Uh,
is the,
Mhm.
you're opening up, I think, to the matriarch, like a long time ago, before Catholicism and all these religions and all these things made men. And I'm not trying to be sexist
yes,
or anything
no,
like that,
No,
because I
but
know you grew up in that kind of farm. But I'm just saying that there isn't an awakening about the
it's the
feminine again,
structures.
where the
Yeah.
the woman used to be revered. I think it's Hinduism right now that's kind of the only religion out there that still thinks women are sort of like leaders and or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's more like a woman feminine touch, we'll say. So
Yeah.
maybe that's
Yeah.
you're just waking the feminine within you and that and
Mm-hmm.
often because religions are all man-made, man, the
Right.
male, it's very
Yes.
manly. So yeah, so I could see that there's an awakening
Yes.
within you, but
So, and there's a lot of letting go of what is culturally, you know, it's I am moving much more into the direction of spirit and less about, oh, these are the rules. This is how you must be. This is, and I'm moving away from that and coming much more into my own opinions, my own, it's not, this is the tried and true. And a lot of it has to do too in the change of what's going on in our world. It's just like, no, I'm not going to just follow that this is okay, but I'm also much more of a peaceful looking at the good in the world instead of that's a real struggle for me is that there is so much stuff in the world, but me holding on to because very much my heart, very much of I still have such a strong belief in the good in the world.
yeah.
And he is much more of a realist in
Mm,
the sense that we are going to look at exactly what's happening right now.
yeah.
And I will find the one good thing, and that's what I'm going to focus on.
Good for you.
And so
Yeah.
there is that change. And so there's more of me kind of coming, and I'm standing more for the fact that I see the good in the world.
Yeah.
And so that's where the change, like, so that 5 is like spot on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Men in general right now, they're totally going into the 3D world and being like robots, work, that's it, and then be grouchy and like it's not just
They're
it's
driving
just
me
it's almost
crazy.
like any man I meet. Like I can't even find one man
Yeah.
who doesn't think that way, except for my brother's starting to come out of it now, but like because he found love recently, so he got a new girlfriend recently, so that
Yeah.
kind of changes the love, right, the heart, so
The
that can
love, the
change you a
love.
little bit there, but in
Yeah.
general
Yeah.
men are feeling that way, and it's quite robotic and NPC-ish, I call it, non-player
Yeah.
character-ish, and so we gotta, and women, when things like this with women, it's a good thing, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, I
Anyways,
believe so. I believe we need that. Yeah. I believe
what
we
about
need
you,
both
Lucille? What
sides,
did you get?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this goes with what is going on. Absolutely.
Indecision.
It's the indecision. Yeah, absolutely. And the thoughts, the communication, yeah, the 3. Mm-hmm.
And
And
Caught in the middle.
the creativity, caught in the middle. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it says expressing your ideas orally
Yeah.
or through writing, which I think you've been doing on your own Facebook forum and all that stuff too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I noticed you're speaking more, and getting out there more, I noticed. So that's really cool. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Very much so.
Okay, cool. So
Uh,
yeah, now homework,
Okay.
make a clock. So the 12 o'clock position will be January. 1 o'clock is February, March,
oh,
April, May, all the
okay.
way around.
Yeah.
And then you can see how your year is. We can even do that really quick right now. We won't read really in depth. The only thing I want, because before we run out of, well, we have 20 minutes. We'll see how far we can get. So we'll shuffle it up. We'll knock 3 times, and we'll say, show me my 2026 January to December, and then just start laying it out. Oh, this card just popped out, the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. Yes. Okay, so there's my first card on the noon position,
Hey.
January. The Ace of Spades is a special card, you guys, because that's the one where they put their writing, like their brand name on. If you notice the logo or usually they put their, not on all cards, I guess, but on most cards, the Ace of Spades is the one that they show like their company name and whatever, like their branding.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's a special card. It's the magic card. It's transformation. It's the occult. It's the mysteries, spiritual knowledge, stuff like that. Anyways, let's pull our 12 cards, and then maybe we'll just talk about like what suit comes up the most for your year of 2026. We could think about it that way. Okay, so January, February, March.
So each card is 1 month.
Yeah, each card 1 month. April would be clock position number 3 o'clock. That would be April. So that's sort of the first quarter. See how that works?
So the one that shows up the most for me is diamonds.
Okay.
Um, diamonds followed by hearts. Yeah.
Haha. So yeah, you will be talking a lot about the finances.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10, and then my 11 o'clock, which would be December. Or wait, no, November, I guess. It'd be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh yeah, okay. Wow. January was an ace, and then December is an ace for me. So looks like
Oh
this
my
year for me
goodness.
is a big beginning, new beginnings year. Okay, let's see about. I got a mix of suits. I got to count them up because I'm not even sure. So, how many spades do I got? Spades. And then for clubs, I've got two, three. I got a really big mix of stuff. Um, but the most I've got four diamonds. So
Mm.
I got like four diamonds, three spades, three clubs, and two hearts. So it's all mixy mixy. But diamonds, I got four diamonds. So um I guess that's my most. So abundance money things will be high prominence. What about you, Lucia?
I have 5 spades, 4 hearts, and 3 clubs.
Five spades, four hearts, three clubs. So you're big on the
No
action.
diamonds?
No
No
diamonds.
diamonds.
So that can mean that doesn't mean you don't have diamonds. It just means that
Oh
that's not the
no. No, no.
focus, right?
Yeah.
Your focus this year is taking action in your
It
day-to-day
absolutely
life.
is.
Your whole day-to-day life is going to be changing. And the
Yes.
way you love life with the hearts and that
Mm-hmm.
relationships changing too. So that is very interesting.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Now we do get the February 17th starts off the Chinese New Year of the horse, but it's also the
Yes.
big solar eclipse in Aquarius,
Mm-hmm.
February 17th. So, what did you guys get for your February card, which would be on the 1 o'clock position, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
second card that you pulled. What was that?
Mine is an 8 of spades.
I got a spade too. Okay.
I got a spade too.
Did you really? Oh my God.
Yes.
What kind of spade did you get?
I got the 10 of spades.
Okay, cool. So, this eclipse card also kind of tells us a lot about our year as well. And
Mm-hmm.
eclipses are literally eclipsing something out of your life. That's the word
Yeah.
eclipse, eclipsing something out of your life.
Out. Okay.
So, what that could mean for me with the six of spades, okay. Um, Karmic payback from the past, making changes for the better. So I could be like eclipsing bad habits, um, and letting go and releasing anything that just isn't serving me anymore because it's I'm over it, or taking more responsibility for my life, and that can be health, health and daily life stuff as well. So I am an Aquarius, and this is an Aquarius eclipse. That means it runs my
Mm.
first house of the body, the self. And so I'm thinking that I'll be asked to have better health habits, is going to be a really big one as well, and better mental health habits too. So I'll be working on that definitely this year as well. So
Mm-hmm.
Lucille got the eight of spades. What would you say, Lucille? Are you sort of eclipsing out of your life in order to have a better one with the eight of spades?
Absolutely. Um, I really resonated with what you were saying, Juanita, about I don't care if I fit in. I want to be authentic. I care about community. I care about the arts. I care about the vulnerable. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be around um, people that are just obsessed with getting ahead and taking advantage of other people. And yeah, I just want to be myself like all the fucking time.
Yeah, awesome. I
Nice.
love it. Yes, I love it. And lots more willpower over yourself, your health, and
Mhm.
and and
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're also going to have an accomplishment that will be recognized in 2026 too. So that should be exciting.
Okay.
Ooh,
Now,
that's
Juanita
awesome.
got the 10 of spades. What would you say, Juanita, about your eclipse energy with the 10 of spades?
With the 10 of spades, I would definitely like it talks about health, it talks about my business, but it talks about me also not going a million miles an hour and overdoing it. Because, well, that is about me. Let's see, I'm 51. So probably 45 years of my life. I'm just kidding. Um, but I am a constant. My motto in life used to be go, go, go until you crash. I can sleep later. Um, and I think that again, because it was, this is the end, that was the end, December was the end of that 9 year cycle, which I still had not learned that lesson
Okay.
until the last, year. And I think this new eclipse, it is throwing that out.
Yeah.
It is saying, okay, you want to be you want to be who you are. It's time to slow down.
Right.
Accomplishment and speed and going until you die is so now you need a whole new mindset for not only work but my health, my body, and kind of everything around.
Wow. That is fantastic. I love that. Now we're going to look at the August card, and I'll tell you why. August 12th.
Okay.
August 12th, my Leo friend Christine's birthday, by the way, but that's the next eclipse. Okay.
Ooh.
So February 17th, you had this new moon. We just talked about our new moon, new beginnings, solar eclipse, where we're eclipsing something out of our lives. Now, summer comes along, August 12th. Now we get the next eclipse, another new moon, another eclipse. Okay. So this year's crazy about eclipses, by the way. But anyways, we
Mm.
want to look at our August card, and this is also a strong let go, even though it's a new moon, new beginning. Eclipse something out of your life, but this is especially more so, even more than the February one we just did, because the self node of letting go is involved quite a bit here. So
Oh.
another letting go, change of life, something happening in August for all of us. So let's talk about that. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay. So I got Juanita's 10 of spades card. So we don't have to repeat because you just said it all. But what about you guys? What card did you like? So exactly what Juanita said, but for me in August. And then what about you guys? What's your August card? The eclipse in Leo.
Mine
Mm-hmm.
is a jack of spades.
Oh, a jack. That's a nice thing to get. Very
Ooh.
playful. And this is when you're getting very letting go of anything that provides obstacles to your creativity. This is where you're going to be like sculpting more, painting more, singing more. Because I know you're a singer
Singer,
and a
yes.
music. She's a musician. Lucille loves to perform as well.
Mm-hmm.
She performed when we went to the pub the other night together too. That one time you performed in front of a bunch of people, on stage. So
Yay.
she'll bring that back come summertime. You'll be doing more of those gigs, Lucille. That's gonna be so good
Mm-hmm.
for you. You're gonna love it.
Yes.
Success in the
Absolutely.
arts. Oh, I like that.
Yay. Mm-hmm.
Anything else you
Absolutely.
wanted to add, Lucille? I sort of took over there for you, but anything else that the Jack of Spades is bringing to you, intuitively, maybe, or anything that you want to add to that?
No, I like that. Yeah, like I'm full on getting involved in the arts and I want to start performing again. And yes, that's all true. Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to
Awesome.
look at the Jack of Spades eyes on your deck, because I mean, let's
Yeah.
see. A
Okay.
Jack of Spades eyes. Um, is his left or right eye more closed than the other?
Well, mine just has it's like half of his face. It's looking to the
Oh,
side.
right. It's the half face one, Jack of Spades. That's the right eye showing. His right eye is showing.
Yeah.
Um, that's the right eye is
Left.
your mummy's side. So there could be a lot of attention with your mom because that's the one that's visible. That eye is visible. So I know that your mom is with us still and stuff like that. So there just could be a lot of interactions and stuff with her. And then maybe your dad, because the left eye is not visible, maybe he's a little quieter or he's sort of taking rest, uh or it's just there's not much attention on him because something to do with your mom that you're trying to work with in some way, maybe, who knows. So we'll watch for that. You should write that down, Lucille, and see if that comes true. Okay, and what about you, Anita? What'd you get for August eclipse card?
I got the 8 of diamonds.
Oh,
I
yes.
got some money, honey.
Hallelujah, we like that.
I do. And it's kind of when I looked at that, it's kind of like the first feeling that I got was that everything that you have worked for is now like the celebration. It is like there's so much abundance. And so, kind of the eclipsing out of is the freedom of worry,
I like
the
that.
freedom of the success of worrying. I'll be able to stop, fearing that the other shoe will drop.
Uh-huh.
And so it's kind of like now abundance means different things to different people. And so I'm curious in which way for me, like I know it'll be financial, but financial also means different things. Like to some people, it's like, I've reached, 1 million or 5 million or something like that. But that's never really been my feeling on it, is that everything is, I don't have to stress about money. I don't have to stress about the day to day things getting paid. And so I really feel that that is where that's coming from, is that that stress is gone. I don't have to check my account before I'm going to pay bills or do that. It'll just be that I can celebrate that. And if we want to
Mhm.
go somewhere, go for an expensive dinner or go on a couple of days away or something, I don't have to check the account. So
Right.
that
You
was
just have it.
immediately, yeah, that was the immediate feeling. And so it was the letting go of the fear of not enough
Yeah.
and that that'll actually be gone. It's not even the beginning of, it is that it's like, I've made it.
Yeah.
So it's
I
letting
love
go of the
that.
fear.
Well, and
Yeah.
also too, you being a Sagittarius rising, I just wanted to see what was happening on that Leo solar eclipse, South Node, blah blah blah, August 12th. Okay, we just talked about, but
Yeah.
that was in your ninth house of expanding your horizons, but it's also international. So I could see you doing more uh, interactions online, maybe with people who are a different culture overseas, maybe Australians, maybe, or whatever, East India, who knows, but making more
Yeah.
connections
Yeah.
through your business and doing readings
That
and things
way.
like that and presentate. And yeah, and there's a lot about publishing in the ninth house too, like
Interesting.
publishing a new oracle deck maybe, or
Oh, that's, yeah.
a new course maybe, or something publishing to the world as well. So
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
that's cool. And then for Lucille, um she's a Taurus rising and a Libra. So as a Libra person, you are in August getting in front of a bunch of people in the 11th house as a Libra, so performing in front of a lot of people. Okay.
Ooh,
And then
you're
new
gonna be on a
networks.
stadium, baby.
Yeah, exactly, on a stage. And then
Brilliant.
exactly. And then also as a Taurus, there is a lot of letting go of your home house, real estate, home and family, fourth house stuff too. So it could be that you are moving then, or you're completing the whole moving and you're now settled in. Something with real estate is happening for you as a Taurus rising. And I think also you're eclipsing some old patterns that you've been brought up with, Lucille. You know how we were brought up with certain patterns and certain ways our parents
Yeah.
did things, and you're really eclipsing that out of your life. I'm me now. I'm Lucille. I'm on my own journey, and I got some fun things to do on my own terms.
Yeah.
And that, and so that's big changes too emotionally for you, definitely.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I decided that this year I am being with wise women. That's what I'm doing. I am
That's
just, yeah.
amazing.
I love
Hmm.
That
that.
is amazing. That's so
And
cool.
I like your glasses,
Hmm.
Lucille. They're so cute.
I do too.
There is one more eclipse we could do. It's in
Okay.
Virgo. It's not a total, and it's a lunar, so that means it's a full moon ending March 3rd. Okay, March 3rd, full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo, which is our day-to-day life, but also health quite a bit. Like a lot, Virgo likes to run the health.
Ah, okay.
Um, but also the way we serve others. So March is our third card. Oh, I got another three. So March 3rd. March is the third month, third card. March 3rd, the day of. And I got a three of diamonds. So this full moon total lunar
Hmm.
eclipse, full moon ending, end of my indecisiveness, I'm hoping, is what this is about money and about what I'm doing about money in general too, right? Like money's a big thing for
Hmm.
everyone, I'm sure, but for me, I have been focusing a lot on my money and making it better and taking on extra jobs, doing like and really trying to increase my relationship with money in general. Looking at my account every day, becoming comfortable, expecting new monies to come in, trying new things to get money like one time I was like, I'm going to just try this today. I'm going to say, I'll come to your house, do a reading. You get a set of my cards, plus I bring a bottle of wine, plus a charcuterie board. And it's kind of a big price, right? It was kind of a big price tag. I wasn't sure if I honestly
Hmm.
didn't have super amount of faith that anybody would do, but I did get. So that made me think I am worth it. I am valuable. So doing things maybe outside of the comfort zone when it comes to abundance and kind of going a little bit off. Three is very creative number for so me being
Yeah.
creative on how to make money could be a thing, or finding new, and like abundance is not just money. I get that. Abundance is health
Hmm.
and your love and
Hmm.
your family and all these things too. But feeling for me, feeling comfortable with money, because I grew up on a farm and we were quite poor. Um, but we had lots of love and like security, and we
Hmm.
never run out of food because we would be on a farm. We would never have that choice of running out of food. That was always a security thing too, right? But anyway, for
Yes.
me,
Hmm.
this eclipse, March 3rd, probably has a lot to do with ending indecisiveness and uncomfortable feelings about money. That would be what I'm going to go with that. What about you guys? What did you get for your March 3rd lunar eclipse full moon card? What did you get?
I got a Jack of Hearts.
Oh, you're getting lots of jacks lately. That's
Yeah.
cool. Jack of Hearts, being of a higher frequency. Yeah, the Jack of Hearts is often called the Christ conscious card.
Okay.
It's, and I didn't mark that in our meetings, but this is just a side note. It's a very sacrificial card about for the good of all, not necessarily just for yourself, right? And being more of a
Yeah.
philanthropist in a way. Sacrifice can be a little bit there. Personal sacrifices. Um, there's a very big creative, like as all jacks, it's very creative, like threes. There's always that creativity feeling too. But I think that like that's a lot about exploring things that you love with the hearts, love things and stuff and being creative. So what would you say? Add to that, Lucille, Jack of Hearts, lunar eclipse, March 3rd. And that's a
That's
full
funny.
moon.
That's funny you talk about sacrifice because Nala and I were talking last night, and I said sometimes, well, a leader will sacrifice themselves for the good of the people, and we had that conversation. Um,
Wow.
huh, yeah. And I I feel so prepared to lead more than before. Um,
Mm-hmm.
about community, like that's we need to be a community. We need to go back, like we need not back. We need to well, it's the rise of feminine power, and it's we can take care, like we yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing. And I'm into leading community stuff and what feels good and what's good for the people, what's good for us, what's good for the environment, what's good, like that way.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Very Jack of Hearts of you. Christ consciousness too is like a higher frequency. You know how we run at a
mhm,
certain megahertz. So like
okay,
if you're sick, you're running at like 62 megahertz or something like that. But if you're a healthy body, it's more like 64, 65. And you
okay,
can get a little even higher with super good like vegan and no stress. You know, like the higher, better health you are and stuff like that, the higher your
okay,
frequency goes. That's why I like to use essential oils to get the frequency and the energy vibes up quickly because they're already at a really high
Mm-hmm.
frequency. They're resonating at a higher, you know what I mean? The atoms and the molecules. So,
yeah. And I've
anyways,
also been reading about like Kundalini, and that's what I've been doing. So yeah.
oh, cool, cool.
Awesome.
What about you,
That's
Wendy?
very cool.
What did you get?
So, so with this one, I got the King of Diamonds.
Another
So
master.
interesting that
Wow.
yes, another one for the eclipse is, like again, it's about money and success and seeing part of that interesting because um and it's interesting that like as I'm looking at this circle where my king is the half face, of course, and
Okay.
where he's looking is back towards the 10 of spades. So
Wow.
I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that was
I
kind
never thought of
of
that.
interesting.
Looking at your faces in your clock. What are
Yeah.
they looking at? Holy shit.
What are
I
they
never
looking
even
at?
thought of that. That's awesome. Looking at-
So I just
Wow.
it was interesting because the the 10 of or sorry the 10 the king of diamonds, it's you're looking at a successful business, but my February, when I was looking that up, it's the 10 of spades was success in my jobs and health and working for it. So again, it's like the build, the continuing of the success, the continuing of the business. So when I kind of look again at the August card, it's like, okay, I'm seeing success is happening. And so that moves me forward.
Oh
And
my
so what I'm
goodness.
again letting go of doubt, letting go of that lack of worthiness and stuff.
Mm,
So it's almost like the king is saying, "Hey, in February you were seeing more success, so remember that. Remember that. So when doubt
mm,
starts to come in, remember that and you are
Wow.
continuing with the success." So,
Wow.
yeah.
That is super fantastic. And I remember Lucille, was like, wow, you're getting lots of jacks. Because I just realized I got three aces in my spread.
wow.
So that's new beginnings all over, I guess,
Yeah.
this year for me.
Yeah.
And we are in a
Yeah.
1 year, new beginning
Yes.
1 year numerology. What about
Mm-hmm.
you,
And I
Lucille? Do
know
you have
one.
three jacks
I
or
have
two?
two.
Oh,
I
okay.
have two. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um,
But it's interesting they're in those key spots, Lucille. It's
Mhm.
that
interesting that
is
those jacks are
that's
in those key
Mhm.
spots.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's
right because they're in
amazing.
the two places with the eclipse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that
Which are
right?
big, big.
March. Oh, March. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
February also has the great Saturn Neptune conjunction, which changes
Yep.
everybody's lives. So February card is really important too. The second card.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Yeah.
important. It's not just
Interesting.
eclipse, it's also that conjunction where
Yeah.
Saturn and Neptune are both in Aries and they're at
Uh-huh.
0 degrees shaking hands, and that changes the world. So, February, watch
Woof.
out because that's going to be cray cray in the video
February's
game of
gonna
life.
be crazy.
And that's what I wanted to say too, to sort of
Bring
end
it.
this all is there's two splits in the video game. There's all this world events and red versus
Hmm.
blue and oh let's hate Trump and Mark Carney and let's whatever, let's fight about something.
Hmm.
Okay, that's that. And then there's
Hmm.
us like this working on
Hmm.
our inner video game, our immediate environment, what we can
That's right.
change
Yes.
right
That's right.
now,
Yes.
and all the
Hmm.
goodness
Yep.
that every time we go out to the store and push some
Yeah,
vibes out and love someone out or whatever, it
that's
changes
right.
the world in some little way. And remember,
That's
when
right.
you skip a rock, there's that thing, but then it
Yeah,
ripples really,
that's right.
really
Ripples.
far. When
Yep.
I was in
Yeah,
the bath the other day, I was just chilling. I was just hanging out, thinking about well, nothing. My mind was kind of empty actually. That's
that's
the best
awesome.
time. But a drop came from the faucet down
Yeah.
onto the water, and then it rippled out the whole water. I'm like, oh yeah, man, I get it. One little thing can make such a big difference over
Big
time as it ripples
difference.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over time. Yeah. The ripple
Yeah,
effect. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So we do make a difference, you know?
That's right.
We do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's so cool. That's so
Yeah, so
cool.
you
It
can look
Thank
at
you,
your
Trina.
cards
This
and
is
see,
so
you can,
cool.
yeah, and you can look at your cards and see, okay, so she's got jacks, I got aces, but I also got two sixes. So
Hmm.
sixes are big cards for me too, right? And Juanita, do you notice any like doubles or triples of anything in your spread?
I have double eights, double nines, three queens.
Okay, three
Oh,
queens, that's big. Three
oh,
queens? You're
Three
being
queens.
the
I have the
queen of
diamond,
your life.
spade. Yeah, I have the diamond, spade, and club. And it's interesting that January, February, March, April, May, June and July are the queens.
oh,
Okay, and there's big stuff happening in June and July. Um
Yep,
Jupiter is going from Cancer to Leo, and that's going to be a big change for everybody June 30th.
yep,
Um but and then we're getting ready for August eclipse and stuff, but
yep.
June and July, yeah, and the queens are always a nice queens and kings are nice to get because they show mastery and like you're sort of the boss of your
Hmm.
video game in a way. So
Hmm.
it's like you're controlling it more than anybody else when you get those
mm,
queens,
Hmm.
kings, jacks. It's
And
showing the
interesting, the queens are looking at each other.
oh no way.
My queens are
really?
looking at each other. And then like if I look at the and that's how they like how they came up. And it's interesting because if they were flipped over, they'd both be looking at the other
Right.
cards. But my queens are looking at each other.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so and then if you wanted to do a daily spread, you pick your okay, I'm just gonna pick myself. Let's see, I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising. I'll say I'm a Queen of Hearts today. Okay, I'm gonna say um I want to be the Queen of Hearts today. Okay, so now I can pull for my daily spread two cards after where she's looking, and there's your
Oh,
daily
okay.
spread. I think we did that at the beginning of this video, right? With one card, but you could do
Yeah.
yourself later. Um, you could also do it for Nala, right? Okay, so Nala's a Virgo,
Yes,
so she'd be a
Virgo.
Queen of Diamonds or a Jack of Diamonds, I should say, because she's a young person. I
Okay.
would say you could choose Queen or Jack, whatever feels comfortable to you. Jack is not feminine or masculine though in this system. It's both. It's just it's more of like a younger energy
That's
if
how
you're using
she
it as a
is.
what's that?
That's how she is. She's not girly. She's just Nala.
Yeah, so you could do it for your kids too, right? And see how their day will
Mhm.
go, and then you'll know better how to be a better parent that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aha. Hmm.
There we go. All right, girls. Well, thank you for joining. Now, next thing. I just finished last night the new feng shui chart. So every year I do the new feng shui chart. So it's basically the map of your house is split into a tic tac toe board of 9 squares, right?
Hmm.
South is on top, which is different than Western maps, but okay, this is how it works in Chinese. So south is on top, north is on the bottom, and you have to like think about how that would. And then the flying stars come in February 4th. So right away, although the new year doesn't technically start until February 17th, the flying stars are settling in on February 4th. Now, the worst section this year is the south. And I'm worried because my house all these years has been in a good way, but not this year since the south is my front door. I'm going to have to ask everybody to use my
Oh.
southeast door and through the garage. I'm and a bunch of changes like that. I know my husband Matt will probably be like, "That's Jabberwocky. I'm not doing that," but I'm gonna try my best not to use that door as often because that's
Hmm.
just bringing in more malfortune of the Yellow Star Five, which is bad. And we already were having misfortune starting already with the floods gonna happen in our house, and like there's just yeah. So
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
talk to
You don't
Matt
need any
about
more bad. You
I'm
don't need
gonna
any more
talk to
bad.
Matt about it and tell him why, and maybe he'll see my ways. I don't know, but he's like your husband, where he's like, I don't believe in metaphysics and I don't believe in this, and that, right?
Oh
So
my
you
gosh,
know
it's
what I
so
mean?
true.
Yeah. So anyways, my point is I'm gonna be hosting a free event soon, and it'll be the
Ooh.
Flying Stars party. And I'm gonna show you how to get ready for it. But in the meantime, if you want to get ready before the show, you got to go to my website. I'll post it in the chat. Click on
Okay.
freebies. It's the first button you'll see now because I changed my website a little bit yesterday. Free things, it's called. Click free things. I've got 3 free things. One of them is the middle one is Chinese Feng Shui 2026. I want you
Okay.
to get that. It's a document you can print off, and it is going
Awesome.
to be part of the party. But since you guys are in the group, you can just do it ahead of time. Let me chat my website in case anybody forgot what my website was. But I want you to do that because we need to start getting ready for the flying stars moving in. When we and we're gonna make like these things, which I gotta change this one out. But I'm gonna show you what I mean. They're called saltwater cures, and we're gonna need some big ones this year. Saltwater cures. This one I got to replace, but this is what happens over time with the saltwater cure. And we need to get the brass coins on Amazon. I'll send you guys a link to the brass coins. But this is, let me show you. Uh, how do I spin the camera around? Oh, thank you. Okay. This is what happens over time with the saltwater cure. So first it was salt up to here and water up to here, and then my coins, my 6 Chinese brass coins. Now this one obviously has to be removed, but it collects, it turns weird, it explodes. This is all absorbed bad juju from last year, right? And I'm gonna need to make about 4 of these big jars of saltwater cures. And we're going to put
Wow.
one in each bad area of our house so that it helps neutralize. Another neutralizing thing we're going to need is big metal things. Do you have like big weights? Do you have big statues? Bronze, pewter, copper, metal. Big metal is going to help. Okay?
Oh. Okay.
And yeah, I know. Don't touch it. That's negative. Ooh, don't touch it or wipe it on me. I gotta I'm supposed to actually just throw the whole thing out, but I can't waste my big jars. So I'm probably just gonna wash it and do like a ceremony over top of it. But it's best to use whole new jars, whole new everything, and throw everything out from last year. But this year, it's crazy. You're already starting to feel it. Um, so yeah, download the feng shui guide. Get ready.
Okay.
Think, and so at least you can start thinking about your house. You know, what is what is like the southwest corner, what is the south there, like, you know what I mean, you can start getting an idea by like of your house, so that you know where to put your saltwater cures, where to do the remedies, where to put your fire elements, like your candles and things like that we'll talk about in the party. But the bad
Oh.
stuff broke the pan. Oh god, see, I know, don't touch it. Okay. Yeah, don't touch the old yucky saltwater cure. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna throw that one out, and then I'm gonna make all new ones, and get ready for this big fire horse year. So that's what's next. Okay.
Woohoo.
So
Mm-hmm.
stay tuned for the partay. Um, Also, yeah, and I changed the Cards and Stars Academy a little bit recently, to where we do only one Wednesday a month. It's the first Wednesday a month. Then I'll have a few get-togethers that is with everybody for free, and then you also get your video, like Juanita, you got yours, your monthly predictions video
Mm-hmm.
just for you. And how did you like that video? Did you like it?
I loved it. It was so cool. It was so spot on. Um, it was so spot on. It was so amazing. And just relationally, like for, for my husband, for my daughter, it was just, there was so much, just so much goodness. And I was blown away,
Oh,
blown
good.
away.
I'm
I thought it
glad
was
you
so good. Thank
enjoyed
you,
it. That's the
Trina.
funnest thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because a lot of people they like to get their reading, and then they like to learn a little bit on their own, but kind of getting in that
Oh,
mix
yeah.
of both. And then I was just finding that the each Wednesday is just a little too much. So I'm gonna do one Wednesday a month. It'll be the first Wednesday of the month probably. Um,
Okay.
and if whatever, if that has to change, I'll let you know. And then you'll get your video of the month, and then all the access to the free stuff in the Thrive Cart Learning Hub that you have there. So there's all sorts
Hmm.
of. Did you watch the face reading video over the holidays, Juanita?
I no, I did not actually. I did not get to do a whole lot online over the holidays. We had a lot of
Holidays.
family stuff going on. So, the face reading is that's in the
That's
group
in
as well.
your Thrive
Okay,
Cart
I'm
portal, yeah, with
gonna
your that
woohoo.
for your membership there. So yeah,
Awesome.
that's in
I
there.
will take a look at that.
And there, yeah.
Woohoo.
So that's the news of the day. So stay tuned for more. And today I'm working on Aquarius season coming soon, January 19th, to conflicts near
Woohoo.
you. So that should be fun.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, you know
Uh,
what?
well, thank you.
Maybe for the feng shui party, it should be on my birthday, because my birthday's on January 22nd, January 22nd. That'd be a fun thing to do. Feng shui, Trina's
Oh,
birthday bash.
yeah.
Might be fun.
Oh, that would be
Mhm.
so much fun. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, girls, I love you. Mwah. Have a wonderful
Alrighty.
day.
Mwah.
Use
You
your
Thank
card
too.
you.
skills for
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. That'll be
Um,
Thank
so much
you.
fun.
really
Yes.
quick too. I just had to download it. I know we're going over time, but I want to tell you one more thing that you can do with these. So you want to know someone's personality. Let's say we're gonna pick just a generic king of. Let's see. He's. Let's say he's. I don't want to use someone I actually know, because. Okay, let's use Burn. Okay, I do know Burn. Okay, I'm gonna say Burn. I know him. So we'll say he's a king of diamonds. So I would pick out the king of diamonds. And then I would pull four cards, one on top of his head, which means his thoughts right now. What's he thinking? Okay. And then so he's thinking of the four of clubs right now. He's trying to have mental stability and mental peace right now and be more organized in his life. That's what he's thinking about right now. Underneath him, right, is his feelings, deep feelings, like what he really is feeling that he's probably not sharing too much, or like or maybe feeling, oh, he has feelings towards a queen of clubs. This could be a new woman in his life that he has feelings with, and someone who
Mm.
maybe an Aquarius, Libra, because clubs is like the air sign. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini,
Gemini.
right? It could be that. It could be that he wants to have successful communications with women in his life. Maybe his boss, because I know both of his bosses are women, two different bosses, both women. So that's what he's feeling. Okay. And then ahead of him, ahead of his eyes, this is what he shows everybody. And sometimes it's like the mask we wear. This is what he lets everybody see, or maybe how he wants
Oh.
to portray himself. This is a good reading if you want
Mm-hmm.
to like do a reading on someone, like a personality thing. Oh, another four. So he wants to portray
Ooh.
himself as a four of diamonds, um, meaning that he knows exactly what he portrays, that he knows exactly what he wants. He portrays maybe stuff about um money or whatever, stuff like that, but there's a sense of he's trying to portray stability to others, when in fact he may be, because lots of his thoughts are about stability too. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not sure if it's really true or not, if he's stable, but we do know that he wants to look like that. But then we go behind him, what's he not showing? And here's the real secret stuff, right? This is the real secret stuff. Okay. So 10 of hearts. So his feelings, he wants to have success in relationship, in people, in maybe being famous, all sorts of stuff with the 10 of hearts, right? That's what he really, really wants.
Nice.
And he may not like share that because it's vulnerable to share our deepest thoughts, but that's what he really is hiding. So it could be like he's presenting everybody with a sense of I'm stable and peaceful and all is well, but he's really, really wanting that 10 of hearts stuff. And so that's his kind of dreams and goals right now and stuff like that. So that's kind of and we can do that to ourselves, right? We can pick our own self card and do
Mm-hmm.
that and kind of look a little deeper within ourselves. Because
I
sometimes the
love
cards
that.
talk a little more than what we're willing to look deep into ourselves about or whatever, right? So I just find it
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
That's so cool. That is really cool. I love that.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right. Have a merry day. I love you. Mwah.
Mwah.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.